to give you a little life update. I am sitting in my big two-seater chair with my comfy ottoman, and I am home for the next 6 weeks, working on recovering from total knee replacement surgery. Those of you who've been following my channel since I started, you know that this has been a big goal for me, was to get my knee replaced. I have gone through a lot of challenges and trials trying to get to the point that I'm at today, and I feel really super grateful to be sitting here with my surgery done, and now it's just an uphill climb to get to the point where I am back to my old self again. So I had started having some difficulty with my knee about, I would say, maybe 10 years ago. I wanted to get back in shape, and I started running again, which is something that I did when I was in high school and college. That was a form of exercise that really worked for my body, and I lost about 35, 40 pounds when I did that and felt really good. But then I had an injury. I tore my meniscus. And so I had to have surgery on that in, I want to say it was like 2013, maybe, something like that. Could have been a little bit later than that, maybe 2015. And when I had that surgery done, my surgeon took a full scan of both sides of my knees and informed me that most likely the reason why I tore my meniscus was that I had pretty bad arthritis in both of my knees, and that she expected the problem to continue to get worse over the years because of the fact that I had a lot of bone spurs. And so when you have bone spurs, if you know anything about like knee issues, the bone spurs are like jagged edges of your bone. It's like calcifications. And when you're doing exercises like running that really put a lot of strain on your knee, it's almost like if you had like a little like kind of sharp edge like knife inside of your knee, that all of your, everything that's muscular that supports your knee as you're running or doing lots of walking or anything else like that, where there's impact, it's kind of like slowly tearing those things that support your knee. And that's how I ended up with the meniscal injury. I did have like a twist when I was exercising. I had like where I stepped in uneven pavement when I was running, and that just like kind of sealed the deal, where I had an area that was kind of like starting to slowly wear down, and then it like basically tore it all at once. So she said, I'll probably see you back in here again. And at the time, she told me that my right knee, because it was my left knee that I injured at the time, my right knee was going to be probably the one that I needed worked on first. Well, it's my right knee that I just had replaced. So between then and now, I worked a lot to, make my eating healthier, just to manage stress in my life, because stress creates inflammation, and the processes in your body that cause calcification and things like that are basically sped up when you lead a high stress lifestyle, which, as you know, as a teacher, like that's something that's inevitable. You have stress in your life. But I also have served in a lot of capacities, not just at school, but in after school activities. And I've served on like faith-based teams and things like that. And so my life has been packed full of things. And sometimes those good things that we're doing in life for other people end up causing us like extra stress. So it's been a challenge. A challenge that I have had has been that once I got to the point where my knees were really bothering me, and I knew that I needed to do something about this right knee. Typically, they don't like to do knee replacement surgery on people that are under 60 because they think the outcomes are better if you wait until you're older, simply because you might have to have a revision surgery later on, or a new knee. And the more times they take things out and put things back in, they're like stretching all of that support system for your knee, and it can cause you to have like more problems in the long run. So a lot of the doctors that I saw, the first doctor that I saw said the best thing for you to do is lose weight, which I understand. That puts like 4 pounds of pressure on your knee for every pound that you are overweight. But when you cannot exercise very well, it's difficult to keep your weight down. And, I was an active person before I started having these problems. Although my family tends to like weigh on the heavier side compared to the height weight charts because we are like low body muscular, like dense muscle. That's just the body type that I've inherited from my family genes. I'm probably never going to be like right on the height weight scale, but I know when my body's like in its best shape, and it wasn't in its best shape. So I worked on that a lot. Those of you that have been following me, you've seen me go through different like diets that I've tried. I've tried keto. I've tried the Mediterranean diet, which I seem to be sticking to because it's most realistic for me and my family and what I like to eat, because it has to be long-term change. And I've lost weight and then I've gained weight and then I've lost weight and then I've gained weight. And I'm just like, I got to the point where I was like, I just need to get my knee taken care of because until I do, I can't lead the active lifestyle that I need to keep my weight at a normal level, which will ultimately make my knees better and my long term health better. So, hey, I am feeling good. Thanks for checking on me. My pain's under control now, and I just am on a schedule now with my meds, and I'm home and I'm resting. So thanks for checking on me. But I just finally convinced my doctors that I really needed the knee surgery, and so I went to the Jordan Young Institute, and Dr. Gandusky did my knee surgery yesterday, and his entire team was amazing to deal with. I have never been in a situation where the team was so efficient, the hospital team was so efficient, not just my doctor's team, but everything about the Centera Lee Hospital was run really, really well. And I'm kind of a hard customer. I like to have things like, organized and efficient, and I don't like to have to repeat myself a zillion times for all the questions they ask you when it's all being put in the system. And I did not get woken up all the time to draw blood and all of those kinds of things because they did that before I went in, and they did not take an ounce of blood from me while I was there yesterday. I was only there for 24 hours. I thought I was going to spend the night because that was what I was originally told, but I was doing well, so they went ahead and pushed to get me out of there same day, which is nice because you recover better at home. So I got home. We left probably about 5:30 from Norfolk, and then stopped to do some errands on the way home. Joe picked up some groceries and things like that, and I just sat in the car and chilled out. And we got home probably around 9ish last night. And then by the time I got up the stairs and settled and everything, it was more like 10. I have 10 feet of stairs, probably about 14 steps that I had to navigate last night, which was not fun, but I managed. I just went very, very slowly and stopped and one step at a time. My dog was very excited to see me, so that was another challenge because he's like, 75 pounds of puppy love. And he wanted to knock me over, but I think he's starting to understand now that there's something going on with mommy, so he's being a little more gentle. So I'm home for 6 weeks. I have a physical therapy evaluation that is going to happen on Thursday, and then I will have in-home physical therapy for 2 weeks, and then I will have physical therapy around the corner from my house, about 5 minutes away, which, if you know where I live, I'm in the middle of, have you in a boot? No, I am not in a boot, not yet anyway. It depends on when I go back to work as to whether I'll have to do that or not. But I am just I have several wraps. They put like this waterproof like wrap on me and a dressing, and then an ace bandage on top of that. And the ace bandage comes off on Saturday. So anyway, I will have physical therapy around the corner from my house for a month. And I'm going to start my water therapy after November 22nd. I'm going to start that back up again. I've been working with Renee Thompson at the YMCA out here She's amazing. She's an aquatic trainer. She also has that physical therapy background in her certifications. So she knows like what she's doing, and she's just an amazing person. And she's been very like positive, helpful with me and my weight struggles. She understands like curvy girl weight problems, and she's just been amazing to work with. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that when I'm allowed to do things in the pool. But, I just had to take time out for me. My whole channel is about teacher self-care, or self-care for busy working people. And right now there's a million things going on at school right now, and a million reasons why I should not do this right now, but I have to. So I'm doing it for me. I'm taking the time that I need so that I can be a stronger person and be better for my students and better for my family. It was really impacting my quality of life and the kinds of things I could do. And Joe has been having to help me out a lot with things that I would normally do around the house. And so I'm looking forward to getting my old self back so that I can do more. All right. You were in a car accident. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm glad you're all right. What kind of a car accident was it? Let me see if I can see. Yes, I definitely do want to be on the podcast. I'm going to be sitting around here for, the next month or so. So it's going to be probably easiest for us to schedule that podcast. That'd be great. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Good to talk to you. Bye. So yeah, I'm just here. I've been a little absent on my social media, as if you're a teacher, you understand what it's like to leave plans for a sub for 1 or 2 days. Yes. Probably a good time to schedule it once I'm moving around a little bit, right? If you're a teacher, you know that sub plans are crazy, and setting up for a sub is like more work than being there yourself. And imagine multiplying that by 6 weeks. Like, guys, all I've been doing for the last few weeks is trying to get everything together so that I can have everything for my long-term sub. I am so incredibly lucky that one of our retired teachers who used to teach science and math agreed to come out of retirement just for me, because he loves me, and do my job. Because when you're gone for that long and you have a tested subject, the idea of having someone come in who, is just an everyday sub and not a certified teacher is kind of scary. Our subs that come in to do our everyday jobs, they are amazing. We have a really good but small, close-knit group of subs that do those jobs. But I would never want to ask them to do what I do every day for 6 weeks. It's just way too much for a person who's not been a certified teacher to do. So I'm feeling very confident in who I have as a sub right now. He is amazing. He's going to be amazing with the kids. He's going to be amazing with the curriculum and making sure that everything gets covered that needs to be covered. And I gave him as much as I could, and then I just said, run with it, and here's the standards, and if you want to change something, change it and do what you got to do, because I know that he'll be able to do that and, do a good job. But the cool thing is that Joe is, once he goes back to work, he's able to take things back and forth for me. So when I'm sitting here on my tuchus, not able to do much, but I'm mentally aware, then I can, put some grades in the grade book for him. I can, get things together, like send emails about things to clarify things. I can check my email regularly, see if he needs anything. He can me. So it's a good situation. I feel good about it. But not only do I have a great sub, but also my team at school, my teammates are awesome. And I have a lot of roles that I fulfill outside of like my general teaching duties. I'm the SIT team chair, which is a school improvement team. And so I do that at the building level, but I also do it at the district level. And so there was a lot of like getting things together before I left and making sure that, everything would be running smoothly for my teams in my building and for the district while I was gone. So I did some surveys and put out some stuff for teachers to look at before I left, and made sure that my like, I have a person who we ought to be considered to be co-chairs, because she does a lot of the backside work and she doesn't ever ask for credit, and she's just amazing. So I gave her the job of running the meetings while I was gone, because I know she can totally handle it. So I just made sure everything was set up for that, and that they know the direction that they're going in, so that they won't be floundering, and that they can still get things accomplished for kids while I was gone. So yeah, feeling pretty good about it. My 31 business didn't do so well in the month of October. I think maybe people are starting to think, oh wow, it's not that long till Christmas and I need to save my money. But hopefully once we get into November, people will start thinking about buying some gifts through my business, because they make great gifts. So I did a couple of parties in October, and I was trying to finish those up before I left, but I think some people just needed extra time, and maybe like another paycheck. So I just sort of put those on the back burner for now, and I'm going to wrap those up at the end of October once everyone gets paid again. So that's what's going on with that. We've had some family things going on, just a lot going on, and Katie's getting ready to have her baby in a few more weeks. So it's actually the perfect timing for me to be off doing this, because once I get to the point where my physical therapy is my main focus, because I'm able to move around a little bit more, then I'll be able to go and see the baby and hang out with her, and just looking forward to those things. I don't really know what the holidays are going to look like this year for us. It's kind of like up in the air for our family, because of the baby happening and not knowing what little Alba's going to be like, and whether she'll sleep well, how tired her mommy's going to be, and stuff like that. So just waiting for that. And then we got a plane ticket for Ainsley to come home. Yay! She's coming home for Christmas for like 3 days plus the travel time on either end. So I'm really happy about that. And I think Christmas this year is going to be more about us being together and less about like gifts, because I'm not going to be running around trying to buy lots of things. So we'll just see. It's going to be an interesting year for us. But, you know, families have years like that, and you just do what you need to do to take care of the things that are happening in your family and move on. All right, well, I've talked to you for a long time now. I'm going to post another video soon. I'm going to get through my first days of recovery, and then I will post a video for you of kind of like how I left plans for my sub, because I think that's helpful for people to see, so that if they ever have to be out for a long period of time, that they can hop on YouTube and find some suggestions for how to organize yourself. So when I get a chance, I'll post that video, and then have another one that's sitting out there from some of the stuff that I didn't get to put on. Like my video that I did last time, it froze at minute like 6.5. It was something about the export. I don't know what happened during the export, but I didn't notice it because I've never, ever had to worry about that before. So once I watch it for the last time and then export it, I just upload it. I assume that it's okay. So sorry for those of you that watched my video and got stuck at 6 minutes, but I'm going to post the rest of that stuff that you missed at some point, and then should be able to do a lot of editing while I am home. So I'll give you some self-care tips after surgery, or whenever you're at home trying to recover from whatever. Everybody have a great day wherever you're at. Don't forget to work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen. Bye-bye.